Are you looking for multifamily properties to expand your real estate portfolio? Zillow can be a powerful tool to help you find exactly what you're looking for. In this video, I'm going to provide you a guide that's step by step on how to find these multi-unit properties on Zillow and make the most of their features. So first, let's start off before I start sharing my screen is, why use Zillow for multi-unit properties? And Zillow is a great way, in a popular way, to find properties on their real estate platform. There's millions of listings across the country on the platform. So if you do a lot of analysis, it's free. You're going to have a breakdown of the properties you need. Everything pretty much these days goes on Zillow, including multifamily properties. It's just not for single family properties anymore. And it'll allow you to filter on different things, just search for a specific neighborhood. And the best part of it, all this, it's free and easy to use for anyone. So let's go and now to Zillow and kind of walk you through some of the things that we could utilize here. Once you have, uh, you might want to sign in for an account, but for here, not logged in, and we'll just type in, let's just pick Philadelphia as an example. And from here, again, make sure everything's on for sale. Now, if there's a certain price range you only want to go into, feel free to go around on that. And then next, you want to actually, I'm going to go to home type, sorry. I'm going to deselect all because that picks everything. And then you want to go to multifamily and then hit apply. And then that's going to narrow down your list significantly. And then this is just Philadelphia County. And then from there, it's what do we want to look at? Right now, let's filter on all of them that are an option coming soon. Do you want to look at properties that are accepting backup offers? Is there a certain square footage that you want to look at, or you want to look at newer buildings versus older? Since this is a city, lot size is kind of irrelevant. And then all these other filters here. And then you hit apply. And then from there, you can zoom into a certain neighborhood that you want. I'm just going to pick this neighborhood here. And again, you can sort from high to low, bedrooms, that all this other fun stuff. And for the most part, you're going to see more smaller multifamily properties on Zillow. If you're looking for like a 20 unit, you're not going to most likely find that. There's going to be other platforms that I could show that are better used, such as Crexi and LoopNet. But for purposes of this conversation, let's continue with Zillow. So now that you understand on, what your search is, and narrowed it down to a certain area. We applied some filters just to show for sale, multifamily. And again, we could go even more granular on some of the filters by has to have at least X bedrooms or a certain pricing type, things of that. And then there could be keywords too here where you could type in maybe just duplexes or triplexes to see what pops up. But for now, I'm just kind of keep it more general. But those are ways to even narrow down your list on specifically what you're looking for. So make sure you play around with these filters, get comfortable with them. That way, you're locking into your desired location, radius, or neighborhood, and exactly the type of units that you're looking for. Maybe it's a 2-4 unit, such as a quad, you would type in. So that way, you're working off a list that you really targeted property that you want. And other things that I mentioned too on the filter, you could plenty of keywords to target. And maybe you don't want for sale by owner, so you could kind of take that off the list and just have agent only properties. But again, these are all the flexibility that offers on a kind of a targeted filter / keyword approach with Zillow. And then, once you have a list, you want to explore the property details, right? For each property, let's just say you're looking at this neighborhood here. Here's a 4-bedroom that had a recently price reduced. This is a for sale by owner. And again, not a lot of information here. It's just a duplex. So it's 2 units. I'm guessing they're both 2 1.5 baths since it's 4 and 3 here. But again, that's a for sale by owner. You would contact them for the more information, see what they have in the property description down in here. And then from there, is 500 a good number? That's where you do your analysis, right? You have to know your market. What are duplexes trading for fixed up in as is condition, probably such as this one. And then from there, what rents are in the marketplace that you could afford. And from there, doing your due diligence, knowing what it will cash flow at, what you could buy it at. You contact the owner, contact the agent if it's for a MLS property, and then make your offer, talk to your owners from there, negotiate, or the agent. So that's your due diligence. Essentially, once you kind of narrow down your list from the multifamily properties that you found on Zillow. And then just a quick tip, so you don't have to redo this every time you log in. There's save searches. So this is like a certain neighborhood that you want. Again, I'm just going to randomly draw something here within this area. You hit apply, then you hit save search, enter in your email. Every time there's a change, whether it's a price change or a new listing, you'll get a weekly, daily, whatever preference you want, email sent to your email directly. And you could kind of go into your save search and, hey, take a look at this new property that came on to the MLS recently. It's a duplex. That's exactly what I want at this price range. And that's a game saver, or for staying ahead of the competition, getting alerted first before others kind of get a stab at the property. So, finding multi-unit properties on Zillow is simple when you're using the right tools and filters, and it kind of allows you ease of exploring listings, making offers, and then setting notifications on when new deals come on. And basically using Zillow, your next investment property could be a few clicks away. So if you ever found an investment property on Zillow, feel free to share your tips in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more real estate tips and tricks going forward. And one last thing I want to add here from Zillow is if you're looking for bigger multifamily stuff, I forgot to add, is go to Crexi is a great example, and LoopNet. They're going to have more types of properties there for you. You can see here and just do unhook multifamily. And then from there, you're going to have like your larger units trading at bigger dollar values. Whereas more on Zillow, you're going to have smaller units, more like 2 to 5 units essentially on Zillow. If you're looking for something larger, Crexi and LoopNet is your best.